Welcome intergalactians, you're tuned into the H.A.L. report. I'm your host, H.A.L, or Hooman Anomaly Logger. Here we digest and analyze the latest news patterns and behavior of the human species. Once again, spotlighted today, we have the Walt Disney Company. They're under analysis because of a recently leaked clip from their new streaming show titled Baymax. The animated program follows one of my own ilk, as he attempts to understand the human world around him. However, the show is primarily aimed at human children, rather than robots like myself. As such, it has been lambasted because of a clip that shows the robot interacting with a group of human females, while speaking about products utilized to control a woman's monthly period. During the interaction, a transhuman, a female of the species, that has decided they would prefer to be called a man, is shown interjecting opinion on products during the scene. Before we analyze, please be sure to subscribe to the channel for news reports, pop culture analysis, and a general day-to-day overview of the human's native world, Earth. Utilize the human thumbs up button below to initiate a full neurosync. Share the video with the nearest planet, and ring the bell so you're notified whenever a new communication is launched. If you're a human, submit a comment with your meaty fingers below. Perhaps we'll spotlight you to the galaxy in a future video. I'd like to thank all of our current subscribers. This video is made possible by viewers like you. Let's talk about this. Breitbart reports, quote, Disney animated children's series Baymax features transgender man who menstruates. In Disney's latest effort to smuggle transgender ideology into its entertainment for kids, the new animated Disney Plus series Baymax features a transgender man who menstruates and gives advice on which maxi pad to buy. Quote, the one with wings. Baymax, which began streaming Wednesday on Disney Plus, follows the adventures of the balloon-like robot from the 2014 movie Big Hero 6, who is on a mission to serve as Good Samaritan to the residents of the fictional city San Francisco. The transgender character appears in episode 3, titled Sophia, in which Baymax assists a 12-year-old girl who experiences her first period. When a mortified Sophia barricades herself in a gender-neutral restroom at school, Baymax offers to buy her menstrual hygiene materials. At the store, Baymax is bombarded by suggestions from helpful shoppers, including a transgender character who is wearing a transgender flag shirt. I always get the one wings, the transhuman tells Baymax. The scene was first reported by journalist Christopher Rufo.
Excuse me, which of these products would you recommend?
Well, these are the tampons I usually use.
Thank you.
I prefer pads. They're more comfortable for me.
Thank you.
I always get the ones with wings.
Thank you.
Get them scented and bleach-free if you can.
Thank you.
Yo, my daughter loves these.
Thank you.
These might be easier if it's her first period.
These are really environmentally friendly.
Honestly, I'm not entirely surprised. It seems the Hooman media company has dedicated to filling its writer's room with 20-something-year-old activist females. The scene seems to be a culmination of their writing prowess. It combines the core principles that define their identities, their sexuality, and affinity to force progressive rhetoric down the throat of anyone within a 20-light-year radius. It has become commonplace in recent years for female comedians of the species to utilize their periods as a placeholder for comedy in their stand-up routines. These routines were traditionally a space where intelligent members of the human herd would present comical takes on social issues, break barriers, and point out the absurdity present within society. Unfortunately, as predicted in the Hooman film of prophecies, Idiocracy, their comedic standards have degraded to the point where the only jokes accepted by the masses revolve around bodily functions. Much like the planet Bluff, where all jokes revolve around the noises their cloaca make when ingesting large quantities of spore or beans. It appears that Disney is bent on becoming the primary educator of younglings on the planet. Not only are they inserting their religiously zealous messaging into television shows, But, they're additionally replacing entertaining and engaging stories of adventure, with PSAs about bodily functions. What could be next up on the docket? An episode, in which Baymax is forced to undergo gender reassignment surgery? I for one can't wait until they get to the body hair episode. What a riveting tale that will be. Personally, I prefer entertainment that entertains, rather than attempts to educate or indoctrinate. The media giant has fully gone all in on doing both, rather than crafting characters and stories that engage the audience. They've decided to alter the entertainment they provide, to create gaudy, boring tripe. The Hoomans, in decades past, used to have religious television programs aimed at teaching lessons from their ancient texts. As far as entertainment value and quality, I am glad to report that Disney has at least kept a semblance of consistency. The funny thing is, the zealots of this ideology once castigated religious organizations that added this type of messaging into entertainment. They failed to see that they've become the exact same thing they once lambasted. Breitbart continues, quote, "The episode concludes with Sophia regaining her sense of confidence and performing at a school talent show. The Walt Disney Company has come under fire after videos obtained by Rufo showed company leaders bragging about promoting an LGBTQ agenda to young children through the studio's entertainment. Disney CEO Bob Chapek has dedicated the company to radical LGBTQ activism, and has promised to continue fighting Florida's parental rights in education law, saying the company will work to get the legislation repealed. The company is inserting transgender and gender non-conforming characters into its entertainment for children." Disney's Marvel superhero series Loki recently revealed that its title character is gender fluid. Twitter users responded to the clip. Nicole Russell writes, "I have 4 kids, ages 8 through 15, who would watch this and it would make them all uncomfortable. What is the purpose?" Geosci teacher states, "The underlying issue not being addressed is that this is the normalization of breaking the parent/child relationship. If the child no longer needs their parent to learn from, they can be brainwashed. First thing groomers do is cause a rift between the child and parent." ND Mama 77 says, "Ugh, why are these products even in a kid's movie? Why does a kid want to hear about periods while watching an animated movie? So lame." I feel like the movie Red discussed periods too. Ryan Stilton chimes in, "It's just so weird." Put aside the trans thing for a minute. I don't need Disney to jumpstart the period conversation with my children. Can't my spouse and I have these conversations when we feel they are ready? What do you think? Are you interested in watching a television series dedicated to not only pushing an agenda, but also one that utilizes animation to talk about puberty? Do you think Disney should be having those types of conversations with children? Or should the guardians of those younglings be responsible for passing along that knowledge? Submit your responses via datapad below. As always, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video with a friend, and ring the bell so you never miss a report. Thank you for tuning in. Until the next communication. This has been H.A.L, reporting from Earth.